What's going on, you beautiful people? So in this video, I want to talk with you guys about being able to do anything through the Lord. Now, that's a broad statement. But what I mean by this is being able to acknowledge what we are doing in the Lord and allowing ourselves to open up and be free in our creative act, in our ability to communicate, in our ability to do whatever you're trying to do. And what I really mean by this is that sometimes we can think too much about the exact decision that we're going to make in the moment, and it gets us into our head and we can't decide exactly what we are going to do. But the reframe that I want us to put on here that could be so powerful, that just unleashes us and allows this creative freedom to come out, is knowing that it's not about exactly what we do in the moment, but knowing that it's where it comes from. And if we can understand that, if we can get where it is coming from into the right place, and knowing that, then we can just allow ourselves to open up and be free. Now, the way that I was really thinking about this and why I thought about this is because, like, sometimes when I'm trying to communicate, it's like we can think so much about like a certain situation, like when we are in it with somebody, we're like, okay, should we be silent right now? Is it okay? Like, I can accept silence. I know that that's okay, but should I just accept the silence, or should I try to get this person to open up? Should I try to talk to this person? Should I try to throw stuff out there to see if they want to bite on it, or to see if they want to talk? Or maybe that one didn't work yet. Should I try again, or should I just be silent? It's like you can do all these things. And for me, it's like, okay, I know I can accept silence. I know that the Lord's presence is with us. But it's like our thoughts, I don't know where to place my thought exactly, in terms of, there's sometimes you're trying to make a decision and then you don't know if this is the right decision, to just be silent and allow the silence to be there, or if it's okay that you want to kind of just like talk to the person, try to get them to open up, even if they're not super expressive yet, but just like, hey, I enjoy doing that. I kind of want to just talk to the person and get them to open up. Or let's say, let me think of another way to put it, another example for you guys. Let's say like you're doing something creative, or I guess you're doing something creative and you're like, should I give myself the leeway to decide to make this creative decision in, your business or in just your art, whatever it might be? You're like, should I give myself the leeway to try this new thing out? It's like, I just don't know if it's right to try it out. And what I want to do is basically be able to free us up to make that decision and to go all in anything that you want to do, and to give yourself kind of the permission to say, like, I'm going to do it how I want to do it, because I know I can do that. Now, the way that we get to that, what I've realized, I sat there and thought about this because this is something that I really I was really stuck on it. What I realized, and the powerful statement that I got from this, is it's not about what we do, it's about where it is coming from. And what I mean by this is, if we can create from a place of abundance and God's love, hope, peace, joy, all of a sudden any decision you make is filtered through that, and you can decide anything. Now, the example that I'm giving about like being able to talk with somebody, if I want to be silent and that's what I want, we can do that. We can be like silent. We don't have to say nothing to that person. But let's say that I want to continue to talk to that other person, which for me, the big thing that was like holding me up is like, okay, I want to be present. I want to like just not think too much. But then I was thinking about like, oh, well, like presence means like just being here and now in the moment, not thinking too much. But then like, what if I want to think about what that person might want to talk about, what that person might want to like, what might engage them and something like that. And that was really holding me up, because then I was like, I was okay with silence, but then, sometimes I would just go silent and like, I'm okay in my body, but I'm like, I mean, I can do that, but I have more fun when I talk with somebody and when I try to get them to open up and talk. And what I've realized is you can do that. Whatever that is for you, the thing that you like, but you're not sure if you have permission or like if it's the right idea to do it. Decide first to get your heart placed in God's love, joy, hope, peace, and abundance. And once you do that, you realize anything that you choose, any little decision tree that you choose, if it's filtered through love, hope, peace, joy, and abundance, and you're knowing that you're close to God, you can do it because you have a good place that you're coming from. You're not always going to be at the peak of abundance, love, hope, peace, joy. But if it comes from a place of like, you're trying to be better, you're trying to be close to God, and you're trying to live in that abundance, it becomes a lot easier to just decide like, hey, I want to like talk to this person. I'm not going to be super attached to how they react, but hey, I love talking. I love like being able to communicate and getting somebody to open up by just throwing, certain things here and there and seeing where they might want to open up. And, it becomes this thing where you can be detached from the outcome, and you can still go out there and be like, hey, I'm going to talk to this person. But let's say that they do Like, they're not really opening up at all. You can still decide, okay, I'm going to be silent. We can be silent here, chilling, do whatever, and you're going to be perfectly fine. But it's like, hey, I love to actually talk with people. Like, that's the one thing that I had is like, I can go to somebody and then like be completely silent, and that's okay. But it's like, I like to talk to people, and I never give myself the permission to be like, okay, you can say anything that you want. You could try to talk to this person as much as you want, because I was like, oh, I had to be in this present state of just being okay with silence. But now this is another factor. Once we get okay with that, we can also be okay with anything else that we decide. Now it just depends on what you like to do. So for you, if you're doing a creative act, you could do anything that you want if you know that it's coming from that place of love, hope, peace, joy, and abundance, because you're like, okay, wherever this goes, I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm loving the process. What do I actually have fun with? What do I actually want to do here? And you start having this trust in God. And when you have that trust in God, you have that trust in yourself. You're like, hey, I feel like I want to go and talk to people. I feel like I want to go, and maybe you can make yourself look stupid. I want to try this thing that's absolutely different. And there's no wrong answer. That's the thing. There's no wrong answer that we can choose, because it's like, hey, it's placed in abundance and love and peace and joy. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to do this action through that. And all of a sudden that vibe comes out. That vibe is what is important. And that really goes together with something I learned from a lot of communicators that they're talking about. Like, vibe is 80% of what we do. The 20% is like the frameworks and stuff, but vibe is 80%. So anything that you're doing, it's 80% the vibe. Even if it's making movies too, it's 80% the vibe. Even if it's creative acts, anything like that, 80% the vibe. So I want you guys to focus on that today. And number one, out of everything, place our heart into God today. I love you guys. Hope you're all doing amazing today. Peace.